he will be. Aha! I fooled that stupid rabbit again, thus proving once and for all that...
I think it's impossible, you know, to grow up in Hollywood in this time and not be influenced by Bugs Bunny.
Look, a lot of things that I do are picked up from Bugs.
Bugs is a good actor. He plays himself. I mean, I've never seen him really stretch.
Bugs never did anything for anybody that didn't serve Bugs Bunny. That's why he's a star.
This is the home of Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies. After the success of Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse, Warner Brothers Studio decided to open an animation department of their own. In 1935, the first of many great cartoon stars emerged, Porky Pig. Tonight, 50 years later, the Museum of Modern Art is honoring the men behind the Looney Tunes, along with the biggest star to come off the lot, Bugs Bunny.
Incredible. It's hard to believe that all this hullabaloo is in honor of little old me. There's one of my great directors, Friz Freeling. About time he got a chance to slop up some of the glory. Friz created Old Sylvester the Cat, Porky Pig, Yosemite Sam, and many other distinguished colleagues of mine. And get a load of that. There's old Chuck Jones. He created and directed Wile E. Coyote, The Roadrunner, Pepe Le Pew, and a whole score of others. Poor guy, he's reduced to drawing all over the walls. Not a bad likeness, though. Oh, no, you don't. I'm the masterpiece in this place. Not bad. But is it art?
The Bugs Bunny Looney Tunes All-Star 50th Anniversary, starring Eve Arden, Candace Bergen, Mel Blanc, David Bowie, Bugs Bunny, George Burns, Chevy Chase, Cher, Wile E. Coyote, Kirk Douglas, Daffy Duck, Friz Freeling, Elmer Fudd, Jeff Goldblum, Speedy Gonzales, Jeremy Irons, Chuck Jones, Quincy Jones, Foghorn Leghorn, Pepe Le Pew, Penny Marshall, Steve Martin, Bill Murray, Mike Nichols, Geraldine Page, Petunia Pig, Porky Pig, Molly Ringwald, Roadrunner, Sylvester, Danny Thomas, Tweety, Billy D. Williams, Chuck Yeager, and Yosemite Sam.
Try extra sugar-free gum with NutraSweet.
Extra flavor, extra fun in a sugar-free gum.
Extra sugar-free gum with NutraSweet gives you extra refreshing flavor that lasts an extra, extra, extra long time.
Extra flavor for that extra long haul. Extra flavor for that extra long haul. Wrigley's Extra, the extra fresh flavor lasts an extra, extra, extra long time.
Get extra sugar-free gum.
Johnson's Baby Oil presents softer skin.
After every shower, I put Johnson's Baby Oil on my wet skin. It mixes with the water and forms a lasting moisture seal. Don't just dry off dry. Dry off soft with Johnson's Baby Oil from Johnson & Johnson.
It really made me angry. They said that the bargain brand was as good as Johnson's baby shampoo, so I bought it. It hurt Katie's eyes terribly.
Many bargain brands sting, irritate eyes. Only Johnson says no more tears.
I'll never buy anything but Johnson's again.
These are new Ore-Ida Lights. They're only 100 calories a serving, and that's really light. But don't worry, just because they're light on calories, that doesn't mean they're light on taste. In fact, at just 100 calories a serving, these golden Ore-Ida Lights are just bursting with the kind of hearty potato flavor your family loves. So, to give your meals a lift, get delicious new Ore-Ida Lights. Oh.
New Ore-Ida Lights. They're light on calories, but they're sure not light on taste.
Trip me up with those big feet, please. I'll try, Davy. We're on!
Well, I've known Bugs Bunny for a very long time, and, well, people are always asking me why are him and Daffy always fighting, huh? Well, in my opinion, it was all Daffy's fault. I mean, he just happens to be one very jealous duck.
listen to that. They love me. I'm sick of people taking bows for my talent. Now do your own dance. I challenge you. Dance if you're not a coward. Hardy har har. If they like that mess, they're starving for some real hoofing. I'll kill 'em. Music, maestro, please. E flat from the top. Ingrate.
I think Daffy feels excited about the museum and also really nervous because, you know, they have a history with each other of Daffy always feeling like he was the one that was doing all the work and Bugs was the one that was getting all the glory.
How much, my good man?
One block, 25 cents.
25 cents? It's robbery, but I'll pay it. But you get no gratuity. It's enough that you've had the honor of having a celebrity like me in your hat. Daffy Duck, star of this show. See? What? That rabbit's name over mine? I'm the star. I'll just see about this.
I worked with a partner for 11 years, and I know that you have to feel like it's equal, and you also have to feel like sometimes you're on top, you know? And he's very nervous that when they get together, they're going to fight.
Bugs and Daffy have always feuded, but this is nothing new.
It's rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. I say it's duck season, and I say fire.
If you want to compare the characters that we worked on, I think all of us would say, that nobody could be Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny is something. It's an aspiration. It's what you'd like to be like.
Well, Bugs, the readers of my column would love to hear about your success.
But what you're sorely afraid of is that you're probably much more like Daffy.
What a job for a duck was my talent. Pushing a broom, while others with absolutely nothing on the ball get all the breaks.
Daffy he expresses all the things that we're afraid to express, you know. He and Bugs find themselves in Alibaba's cave, and there's enough riches there for everybody forever and ever. All the ducks in the world could be socially well off, but Daffy wants it all.
It's mine, you understand? Mine, all mine. Get back in there. Down, down, down. Go, go, go. Mine, mine, mine. I'm rich. I'm wealthy. Yahoo! I'm comfortably well off.
So I think that's very much the kind of person I am. I don't have the guts that he does. You know, duck guts are different than human guts.
I don't much enjoy watching Bugs and Daffy fight. I suppose it's helped their careers, but it makes it very difficult to go out with them together. I've tried many times, but it always ends up with Daffy causing a scene. Well, there is one thing they do agree about, I suppose, and that's that Elmer Fudd is a complete idiot.
Do you have a message for Mr. Fudd?
Bugs Bunny needed more, to me, he needed a stronger adversary than Elmer Fudd, because Elmer Fudd was about as stupid as a guy as you could get. In fact, he probably had a chicken brain. So I came up finally with a character called Yosemite Sam.
Great horny toads! Let go of that rabbit!
Okay, Rabbit. Now haul your carcass off in my premises.
Yosemite Sam. We used to be friends. Used to come by and play cards. But really, you can't go out with Yosemite much. He's always got those guns. He twirls them, he shoots them. He's very loud.
He'd come on the set, you know, and firing his pistols all over the place. He's a real six-shooter guy, you know, and scaring everybody off. Hardly any director wanted to work with him, except Fritz Freeling.
Frizz was just as tough as Yosemite. Yosemite would put the shotgun in Frizz's face, and Frizz would say, "You don't have the guts to blow my brains out, and if you do, I'll come back from the dead and kill you." That was one thing people didn't know about Yosemite. He was afraid of the supernatural. And Yosemite would come on the set, start giving Frizz a little trouble, and Frizz would reach in for a little voodoo thing and just wave it in front of him. Sam was like a lamb, easy to work with.
All right now, you wise guy. Damn!
Take it, Sam.
Yosemite Sam was right at home at Warner's because they were making the best cowboy pictures around. In fact, when I did my first Western, I went to Bugs and Daffy for advice.
Be done. Tear off that mortgage. Unhand that rancher's daughter. Cease that... seems awfully breezy in here. Cease that, rustling. Slight pause whilst I adjust my accoutrements. Grip along, Daffy's my name. Anybody care to shoot it out? Man to man? Under western skies? West in the Pecos? Tumbleweeds at 10 paces? 10,000 head the cattle? Calabout the pass? Prairies? Lariats? Anyone for tennis?
Well, you know, Bugs did a Western, so then, of course, Daffy had to do a Western. But I'm telling you, Daffy with his monologues and his method acting. Bugs had these sidekicks that were just great.
You know, Bugs and I are always disagreeing about what's funny. To me, the funniest jokes are based on things that happen in real life. You know, arriving late for an appointment, or forgetting your wife's anniversary, or finding a stain on your shirt that you just can't remove. Things like that. But Bugs Bunny always goes for the impossible gags. Things that have no bearing on the way we really live. I can't relate to that. There was one cartoon, however, that I must say I really did enjoy, because it reminded me of something that happens to me and my family all the time right here in my own backyard.
Boys, what are you whispering about?
Sir, the Campbell's soup tastes different. It's got more stuff in it.
Nourishing Campbell's vegetable beef soup does have more vegetables, more beefy taste. Because you can trust Campbell's to listen to you. And as your tastes change, our soups change.
Campbell's soup is good food.
And keeps getting better.
Smell this fresh cut cedar.
Nothing can penetrate this stuffy nose.
This can.
Hull's Vapor Action penetrates to help your stuffy nose feel clearer while Hull soothes your cough. For penetrating relief, get Hull's Vapor Action.
There's a great new way to knock out bad breath. New Chlorette stick gum. It's the only stick gum that has Actazole with chlorophyll to fight bad breath. Knock out bad breath with Clorettes, the breath deodorant.
These lonely pound puppies need someone to love. Someone who'd love a little puppy love.
To you, Grandma.
Pound puppies are as cuddly as real puppies.
He'll keep you company in the dorm.
They're the perfect way to say I love you for birthdays, holidays, or any day. Pound puppies, so soft and adorably lonely. Sometimes the hardest thing about giving them.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Is giving them up.
Pound puppy, you're my one and only puppy love.
Wednesday, will Birthday Blues bring Ed and Mary together?
Well, Ed, how can I thank you?
Have dinner with me tonight.
How else?
Then a sexy assistant DA investigates a romantic movie star.
The man is known for his conquests.
On Holy Square. And
Someone mentioned murder?
a blind woman may help Harry unravel a murder. June Allison guests, crazy like a fox. Then, a man is stalked by a vengeful killer. A terrified wife seeks help. But can the equalizer accept the case?
I am not your husband anymore.
Wednesday.
In the heat of the day, the all-new Card Shark deals you a handful of excitement. I'm Bob Eubanks, inviting you to join the fun as fortunes are won with the turn of a single card, weekday.
20 years ago, leukemia took enough lives to empty a football stadium. But today, we're closing in on this killer, the Leukemia Society of America.
We will now open our exercises with a recitation by our little friend, Porky Pig.
I had to come up with a new character, and I came up with one called Porky Pig, this little animal character. He didn't look like he does today because he was a very, very fat little character. And I wanted him to stutter because I just wanted him to sound different than all the other characters with just falsetto voices.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear.
Well, you know, like a lot of great stars as they get older. They were the stars for the long time. They had the lead, you know. Well, the same thing happened with Porky. All of a sudden, he's kind of like a sidekick to the lead.
Porky doesn't get many jobs now. No.
Well, to tell you the truth, Porky's finished. I mean, he's out, he's washed up. I mean, who's going to tell you different? Oh, what, Jeff Goldblum? Yeah.
Well, I don't know what anybody's been telling you. I don't know what they've been saying. Porky is not washed up, if that's what they've been saying. He's, as a matter of fact, for your information, the greatest and the most versatile actor ever to work in the business.
You're tick-tick-tick-tick. Coming to corn. You're Henrietta. Come on, Priscilla, Violet, Patricia. Coming to, all come and get it.
Oh, people loved Porky movies so much that even bit players in his movies became famous. You know, the studio, because of that, used to use Porky movies to push new talent. They even gave him this girlfriend, Petunia. You know, remember Petunia?
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Leon Schlesinger's new Looney Tunes star, Petunia Pig.
My public, I hope you pictured my liking. I hope you liked my picking. I hope you like my picture, and I hope you like me in my picture.
Oh, yes, I remember Petunia. Such a nice girl. She tried so hard. I don't think she could handle the pressure.
I'm unaccustomed.
Petunia, don't get excited. Don't get excited.
No, Petunia's nothing like the girls that Porky really goes out with. I know the studio cooked up for publicity purposes the whole thing about Petunia and Porky seeing each other off the set and socially, but I never believed it, and it's, I'm sure, not true.
Porky Pig could have any dame he wanted in Hollywood on you know, with a phone call. He goes out with this girl, and it's like, she's a pig. I don't want to date a pig. I am, you know, it's one of those things you always want what you know, sort of rejecting his past and wanting more.
But they pushed and pushed and pushed Petunia. They spent a fortune trying to make Petunia a star. But the public just wasn't buying it. Petunia, whatever it is, Petunia did not have it.
But, on the other hand,
if you have somebody like Daffy Duck who just comes in for half a second, says, ah, you know, and walks off with it, and then gets started and everything afterwards. That's sort of the roulette wheel of this kind of business.
I got him. I got him. Go get the duck, Rin, Jim. That's it. Bring it the back. Bring it the back. Hey, that wasn't in the script. Don't let it worry you, Skipper. I'm just a crazy darn fool duck.
You know, I've heard from people who knew him that say that Daffy was like crazy on the set. I mean, just an insane man.
Fire, please! Action!
Oh, my lover, my sweet one.
Oh, my darling, my only one. I love you more than anything else in the whole wide world.
Oh, kiss me, my sweet. Kiss me.
What a kiss! Wow! I think I'll do it again! Hold your seats, folks! Here we go again! My name is Daffy Duck. I worked on a merry-go-round. The job was swell. I did quite well till a merry-go-round broke down. I love work with me. On the horse with the lavender eye. Around in world we wink at girls till a merry-go-round broke down.
You know, I think that Porky is like for older people, you know, and Daffy's for younger people. My kids love Daffy, and my grandmother loved Porky.
No, that's ridiculous. Porky is as hip as Daffy. Daffy Duck is obnoxious. He's not hip. He's obnoxious. You know, the whole thing of the studio putting Daffy Duck in Porky Pig's movies, that wasn't fair to Porky. You think Porky liked swinging on that rope? No?
Porky felt very neglected. Everybody loved Daffy so, but he decided the best thing to do was to leave the studio. I tried to persuade him to stay, but he did leave, and Daffy was glad to see him go.
Hello, Porky. Come on in.
Hello, Mr. Hello, Leon.
Well, Porky, what's on your mind? What can I do for you?
You see, I've been in cartoons a long time, and I was thinking that I thought if I had a chance to act in the features, what's Errol Flynn got that I haven't?
You mean to say you want to get out of your cartoon contract?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, it's all right with me. You sure you know what you're doing?
Yes.
Well, if you say so, I'll tear up your contract, if that's what you want.
Yes.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, it's all right with me. Okay, Porky. Don't forget me when you're a star. He'll be back.
Did you quit? Did you quit? Yeah, I quit. That's swell. Now you go out to the studio and you tell them I sent you. Remember, don't take less than $6 grand a week. Now is my chance. Leon, you ought to be glad to get rid of Porky. How about me taking his place? Why, I'm a better actor than he ever was. Watch this.
It's one of the few times that Daffy felt really, you know, had a bad conscience about what he had done. And Porky went through a lot of changes, you know. I mean, I've heard that he went through serious changes and, you know, didn't know who he was and went through a real personality crisis.
Porky had a lot of time on his hands after he quit the studio. He used to hang around Edgar Bergen's house. It was actually pretty funny. He would talk to Charlie McCarthy as if the dummy were a real person.
Porky was like an uncle to me. It was pretty obvious that he just wasn't happy after he left Warner's. He really let himself go, and he put on a lot of weight. We were all very worried about him. You know, I guess I was too young to realize it at the time, but looking back on it now, I guess that Uncle Porky was having a nervous breakdown.
Going up!
This was a very rough time for Porky. Nobody trusted him. He couldn't get any work as an actor. Nobody trusted that he could show up on the set and so forth and so on. So he decided to, of all things, to direct a movie.
Well, Porky's movie, I never saw it, but apparently it was a pretty big flop, you know, an embarrassment around town.
Gang, and now you'll all be quiet. We'll start the show. I drew this cartoon all to be here by myself. It wasn't hard, but I'm an artist. I hope you like it. Yeah, thank you. Well, folks, how did you like my picture?
An unmitigated disaster. No, the movie was way ahead of its time. I don't think people understood the movie. Porky got a lot of bad press about that I thought was completely unwarranted. You know, people put Porky down. But let me ask you something. Who do you see at the end of a Warner Brothers cartoon? Do you see Foghorn Leghorn? Do you see Daffy Duck? No. You see Porky Pig.
That's all, folks.
Look, I can't and I don't want to talk about Bugs Bunny. I'm in a hurry. Maybe later.
That cool, refreshing feeling of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum puts a sparkle in your eye, a spring in your step, and makes things lots of fun. It's that little lift from Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. It's that little lift. Come on and get you some. That clean, fresh taste Wrigley's Spearmint's got. That little lift that means a lot. It's that little lift from Wrigley's Spearmint Gum.
It's happening all over. More and more people are choosing Sprite over 7-Up.
Attention all students, it's Wednesday, so don't forget Miss Monahan's Drama Club. And remember, Saturday's the big Dover Heights game. Oh yes, since more and more of you are drinking Sprite instead of 7-Up, we've put Sprite in all the machines.
Way to go.
Move over, 7-Up. Sprite's great lime and taste is winning people over. Great lime and taste makes it Sprite.
If someone you know is trying to make gravy by pouring water on ordinary dry dog food, he's fishing for trouble. Gaines Gravy Train makes the gravy your dog is craving. Ordinary dry just gets watered down. Gravy Train dog food makes thick, delicious, real beef gravy. Nope, ordinary dry won't make gravy. Not with all the water in the world. Gravy Train makes the gravy your dog is craving.
The Bugs Bunny Looney Tunes All-Star 50th anniversary will continue after these messages. Tonight, the music, the legends, the superstars. It's a spectacular night of country music with Loretta Lynn, Larry Gatlin, Roy Acuff, Ricky Skaggs, Willie Nelson, the Oak Ridge Boys, Alabama, Dolly Parton, and over 120 stars celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Grand Ole Opry. Friday, from vaudeville to movies to TV, he's America's most beloved entertainer. Join more than 20 of his famous friends as they celebrate George Burns' 90th birthday special.
This is CBS.
Burger King presents the King Combo. Hey, Herb, look at all you get in this amazing offer. A juicy double cheeseburger. But that's not all. Large order of golden fries. But wait, Herb, there's more. An ice cold soft drink, all for one special price. That's right, Herb, one special price. Try to make this at home. You could pay 3 times as much. Plus, Act Now will throw in this handy bag. Don't wait, Herb. Order your King Combo today. Here's how.
Go to Burger King and say, I want the King Combo. That's I want the King Combo.
Father and daughter suing J.C. Penney. Details at 11.
Look, I don't know Bugs Bunny. All right, I've met him. Actually, I know him pretty well. But I wouldn't work with him. Except I might be doing an album with him. But I've heard he's pretty rough on singers.
The first Bugs Bunny cartoon came along as just a Daffy Duck in a rabbit suit, really.
Got a hunting license?
At first, Bugs just jumped around and woo-wooed like an insane rabbit.
But I haven't got one now.
Well, at the very beginning, Bugs didn't look anything like the Bugs Bunny of today. He had one thing in common. He had teeth, and he had ears like a rabbit, but the resemblance really kind of stopped there.
Say, you wouldn't consider taking a picture of a rabbit, would you? I know a rabbit who wouldn't mind posing for you. That is, if you are at all interested.
Very shortly after that, why, Tex Avery came up with the wild hare. And the wild hare was the first time that Bugs had come out. Looked over Elmer's shoulder, taken a bite out of a carrot, and said, "What's up, Doc?" And that was the beginning of the character.
What's up, Doc? It's a rabbit down there, and I'm trying to catch him.
Like all of our characters, the drawings and the voice developed over a period of years. Bugs Bunny's voice developed under the wise guidance of Mel Blanc.
The reason I picked that voice was I had to have a tough voice, either Brooklyn or the Bronx. I thought, why don't I put the two of them together, Doc? So that's how I got the voice for Bugs Bunny. Oh, give me a home where the buffaloes roam, and the deers and the antelopes play, and the rabbits where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
Look, I've never seen a Bugs Bunny movie. All right, I've seen one, but I didn't pay any attention. Okay, so I made a few notes. Look, a lot of things that I do I picked up from Bugs. All right? I admit it. I admit it. Now leave me alone.
Well, there's no question that many of the Hollywood stars have stolen from Bugs. This thing you see Paul Newman doing all over the place, where he munches on a carrot and then says, "What's up, Doc?" This was created by Bugs Bunny. In the Meryl Streep movies, the last 3-4 movies, you see her being chased by hunters, and then she burrows into the ground. This was original concept by Bugs Bunny.
Well, here I am. Hey, just a cotton-picking minute. This don't look like the Coachella Valley to me. I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. Oh, well, I'll just ask this gent into fancy knickerbockers. I beg your pardon. Pardon me, sir, but could you direct me to the shortest route to the Coachella Valley and the Big Carrot Festival therein? What's up, Doc? Stop steaming up my tail! What are you trying to do, wrinkle it?
One of the most common questions I ask of a common director is, what does a director do? Does he order the drawings to move around? And in effect, that's exactly what he does do. The line test or pencil test was something that we used to determine whether or not the characters were performing correctly. Even with a talkative character like Bugs Bunny, we wanted to be certain that the action demonstrated what we're talking about. In other words, our characters were actors.
I come down with the hat cape and a doo-da. I go back home with a pocket full of tin. Oh, doo-da day. Go on around all night. Go on around all day. I bet my money on the bobtail neck. Somebody bet on me.
But also, then you would act the scene out. And so different directors were different in their way of doing this. I tended to act the scene out, and I understood the dialogue of what Davy was saying pretty well. And Tex Avery was brilliant at this.
Hello! Hello! Hello!
I'm sorry. They do not answer.
I was very fortunate because I worked both with Tex Avery and Fritz Freeling, both of whom I consider the best short subjects directors that ever lived.
1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to make ready, and 4 to go. Bon voyage. Uh-oh. Forgot to fill the tank with water.
When I became an adult and went into the Air Force and became a combat pilot in World War II, shot down a few airplanes and got shot down, I always thought back how nice it would have been to do all of the things that Bugs Bunny did without getting hurt a little bit. And it amazed me, even during the war, seeing Bugs Bunny selling war bonds to help our war effort. To me, that was very commendable.
The tall man with the high hat will be coming down your way. Get your savings out when you hear him shout, "Mini bonds today!" Come on and get 'em, folks. Come on, skip right up and get 'em. Any bonds today? Bonds of freedom, that's what I'm selling. Any bonds today? Scrape up the most you can. Here comes the freedom man, asking you to buy your share of freedom today.
But Bugs selling war bonds was a joke because Bugs was not interested in fighting, you know what I mean? He was a coward.
Gulp. What's up, Doc?
That is an interplanetary flying space saucer. We are returning to Mars in it.
We?
Yes. Isn't it delightful?
And suppose I decline to accompany you on your delightful journey, Shorty. Well, come on. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
Are you saying Bugs Bunny's a coward? He is a coward. No, he's not a coward. Actually, he saved my life once. I was swimming one day, I got the cramps. He dives into the water, saves me, and saves my girlfriend. Then he runs off with my girlfriend. I don't take women around him anymore.
You know Bugs Bunny?
Yes, you know, for a certain type of ladies, I think they find Bugs very appealing.
Bugs is a ladies' man? Well, there are always rumors in Hollywood about that. I've never seen Bugs with a woman, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's magic. They fry, a song begins. They roast, and I hear violins. It's magic. Why do I kid myself? The loves that I have are all really few. When in my heart I know the magic is my love for you.
You know, Bugs doesn't really turn women on. It's the music in his movie. You know, when I'm with a woman and I want the right mood, I listen to Carl Stalling. Let me play something for you. Yeah, like this.
Try and top that!
Boys, what are you whispering about?
Sir, the Campbell's soup tastes different. It's got more stuff in it.
Nourishing Campbell's vegetable beef soup does have more vegetables, more beefy taste. Because you can trust Campbell's to listen to you. And as your tastes change, our soups change.
Campbell's soup is good food.
And keeps getting better.
Who on earth could put the creamy taste of Cool Ranch flavor on a chip? New Cool Ranch flavored Doritos brand tortilla chips. Nacho cheese was just the beginning. Now, taste new Cool Ranch.
Thursday, Magnum gets busted.
I'm going to do a little manual labor and watch a lot of TV.
To protect a teenage runaway from murder. Then, Downtown Brown hires Simon & Simon to help a basketball champion who's been framed for murder.
And what are you doing out with a married man?
Maybe I have a thing for them.
Does that include Mac?
Thursday. This is Melba, and this is...
Hi, I'm Susan, Melba's sister.
Care to know more?
I love to see their reaction.
Melba premieres Tuesday, January 28th.
Cartoon. Bah! Degrading occupation. Stooge for a cat and mouse. Pie. Such nonsense. Bah! I'm through playing the part of a clown. No longer shall I degrade myself in hammy slapstick. It is my destiny to become a great Shakespearean actor. And so, farewell to low comedy.
I remember talking to Bugs about the particular qualities needed to be in a Warner Brothers cartoon. very particular acting style, which of course he has, and which unfortunately I don't.
Well, ask yourself who is good enough to be in Looney Tunes. I mean, look at the people that Bugs had working around him.
Look here, son. I say, son, did you see that hawk after those hens? He scared them. That Rhode Island red turned white, then blue. Rhode Island, red, white, and blue. That's a joke, son. A flag waver. You're built too low. The fast ones go over your head. You got a hole in your glove. I keep pitching them and you keep missing them. You gotta keep your eye on the ball. Eyeball. Eyeball. I almost had a gag, son. Joke, that is.
You want to go for a ride, Pootie? Oh, the poor Pootie got bought down.
There it is. This is the picture that Bugs gave me. The night he won the Oscar for Nighty Night Bugs in 1958, everybody was there. I mean, look, Foghorn Leghorn, the Roadrunner, Yosemite Sam, Sylvester. What a group of talent, huh? Oh, and look at Pepe Le Pew. You know, I think that was the last night he was ever in Hollywood.
It was a sad story. He couldn't get arrested after 99 Bugs because all of a sudden Bugs was the superstar. He was the artist, and Pepe was just a little skunk. So Pepe left. He bailed out. He went over to Europe. He went to Europe. He worked in France. He did, you know, art films over there.
Baby face. You got the cutest little baby face. There's nothing another one could take your place. Baby face, I didn't need a show. Oh, no. 'Cause I just fell in love with your pretty baby face.
He was loved by a lot of people, and whenever we'd go over, everybody would look him up, but he never came back. He never visited. It was always, oh, if you are here, you know, please stop by, you know, and you would go by, and he'd be so gracious and so lovely, and he would always say, oh, how is Bugs? Is Bugs good? And you knew it was breaking his heart. But I think Daffy was the one who was hurt the most. Bugs gets an Oscar, and Daffy's still, you know, coming in the back way to the lot. The guy had worked like it, you know, he'd been an animal, you know. He'd basically got a shotgun blast in the face every day for 4 years from Elmer Fudd.
Makeup!
Well, people didn't want to see him do anything different, and he was always getting duck scripts and nothing else, and always the same kind of script, and he felt he was in a rut. So again, he is an imaginative duck. He wrote himself a script, and that's how the Scarlet Pumpernickel got started.
You're killing me! I'm being murdered! I can't stand this torture anymore! I'm dying! You're killing me! I'm telling you, J.L., you're typecasting me to death. Comedy. All this comedy. Ha ha! Yak yak! Honest, J.L., you just gotta give me a dramatic part.
Well, I
knew you'd see it my way, J.L., and it just so happens that I have with me the very script that we've been looking for.
Yes, but
Let's see now, where to begin. Oh, yes, page 1. The Scarlet Pumpernickel by Daffy Dumas, Duck. Chapter 1. Once upon a time...
You read the script and you went, my God, this is Daffy Duck. This is who this is, this character. And the Warner Brothers wanted Speedy Gonzales. So we'll put a Mexican mouse in this part that's written for an American duck.
Speedy worked out very badly, and after 3 days of shooting, they stopped and they went back to Daffy.
But Daffy, thank goodness, had his wits about him, and he decided, well, I have an advantage here. They want me now, even though they kicked me out the other day. And so I would like some parts in this for my friends.
As a result of that, Sylvester the Cat ended up playing the Grand Duke.
First, I am happy, for I am to marry the fair Melissa. Then, I am furious, because I despise the Scarlet Pumpernickel.
Do you know who else is in the Scarlet Pumpernickel? Porky Pig.
I remember that day. Porky hadn't worked in a long time, and he was out mowing the lawn when he got the call. He ran over to our house, and he was so happy. I could tell he'd been crying, and he said, I'm never going to forget. He said, guess what? Daffy wants me in his movie. Oh, God.
Milady, the fair Melissa, is indisposed, my lord? No, your grace, but she wishes to see no one until after the wedding.
Zanzi, thy name is woman. It's a kind of phrase.
The wedding must take place tonight, my lord. The Scarlet Pumpernickel is about, masquerading as a gentleman. And who might you be, Hera?
Mayhap perchance, foppish that I am, I might be the Scarlet Pumpernickel?
You? The Scarlet Pumpernickel? That's silly. That's ridiculous.
I shall have Melissa make ready, my lord. The wedding will take place right away.
This looks like a job for the Scarlet Pumpernickel.
Funny, that never happened to Errol Flynn.
Everybody knew it was Daffy's picture all the way. Daff was unique. He was a maverick. He was a rebel. And he's a lot more intelligent than people give him credit for. He was more a farm. I mean, I have no respect intellectually for Fudd. And why? It's not that I don't like Fudd. I just don't have any respect for him intellectually. And Daffy, I do have respect for.
Our pictures were never made for children. They were never made for adults. They were made for us.
The reason I stick with the characters and never lost them, I guess, is because I grew up with them. It's like your own child. You created that child, and you grow up with that child, or the child grows up with you, and you can never lose that love for that child. I think these characters are believable. I think they're believable characters. I believe they're still alive. I always drew Bugs Bunny because I figured he's somewhere. I'm drawing a picture of him.
Yep, I've worked with a lot of great people in my day, and it's nice to see them get the recognition they deserve.
Frizz and Chuck, there's only one more thing that all of us can say, and that is, thank you.
Now stay tuned for the music, the legends, and the superstars as country music takes center stage. The 60th anniversary of the Grand Ole Opry, next.